is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate on a Friday. That's on the agenda for today. This is Morning Juice. I'm Tito, Bobby Carpenter on my left, Bodie Wells on the other side of the what used to be glass. 2 full hours here on YouTube, the Fan app, HD3. Download the show anytime. Catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. Also on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook, Bodie? Sure.
It's been rolling, yeah.
There we go.
I think so.
Morning Juice, sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin. Big show lineup for you today. We'll close things out like we always do on the week with AJ Hawk. We will do that in our final segment of the program. But lots to talk about today. Bob, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Thitoff, how are you doing today?
All right. In fact, Ash, how's the teaching going? How did the teaching, your first couple classes go?
Well, the second class of the day, the fire alarm went off about halfway through.
Those shenanigans by those students.
I don't know if someone pulled the fire alarm. It may have been
today.
It may have actually went off.
Smoking is going to save lives.
Well, there may have been that. So it was about halfway in. It's on the 4th floor. I guess there is one elevator that goes all the way up there, and it's a steep hike anyway getting there. And so I told them, like, do we stay and wait? I'm like, well, there's 40 minutes left, maybe 45 in class. I'm like, we're a little about halfway here. I go, if not in the next 15 minutes, they're not letting us back in. By the time we get up there, get situated, there'll be 15 to 20 minutes. Like at that point, it's a wash. So it stinks as I'm halfway behind, like in that class, and now I'm going to have to juggle to try to figure out how to catch it up and all that stuff. So less than ideal. But other than that, everything was good. And, yeah, it's just a long day. It's a long day on my feet. I'm washed. Afterwards, I had basketball practice to coach with kids afterwards that night. So I got home at 7:30, had another meeting at 8, had to cut some spots, and I was tired. Wanted to lay down. Didn't want to talk to anybody. But yesterday I didn't have much, so I was good. Enjoyed it.
Good. Bodie, how you doing, bud?
Friday, Tito.
It's Friday.
I'm fantastic.
Yes, I bet you are.
Anybody go over to the meet and greet for the coaches and new SID and everything? No?
I never got an invite.
Oh, they sent something out in the email.
Oh, I never got an invite, so I didn't know they were doing that. I would have gone anyway, I don't think. I had Artie's musical last night.
I think it was from like 4 to 6. So.
Oh, then I guess I could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that now makes sense then. Are you doing the what do you guys do, the country thing, right? Darius Rucker's going to be there?
The country thing.
Yeah, what's it called? It's a country music.
Do some research. It's the 4th year, 5th,
I just
4th
thought
or
of it.
5th year.
Yeah.
It's called Saddle Up. It's
Saddle
the day
Up,
after
okay.
the spring game. That's
Okay.
the plan.
I got you. It's pretty cool. Darius will be there.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. All right.
Appreciate you thinking it's cool. Thitoff.
You're welcome, Bob.
That's some insight
an endorsement
and
there,
great
isn't it?
storytelling.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
It's cool.
The Ohio State men's basketball team hosts Indiana at 5:30 tomorrow night. Senior night, Bruce Thornton bobblehead night. Bruce Thornton setting the scoring record night. Buckeyes are 19-11, 11-8. The OSU women yesterday defeated Indiana 83-59. They'll play Minnesota today at 2:30.
Ish.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's estimated there.
Tournament times are always...
Yes, 30 minutes after.
What time's the first game
Yeah.
end? Okay, that's when we'll play.
Let's see what else we got here.
The Jackets won.
Yeah, I was going to get that. Yeah, I would say the Ohio State women play Minnesota at 2:30ish. Yeah, the Cavs off until Sunday when they play Boston. Jackets got the 4-2 win.
It's three games, 3 points. Or 3 games getting points. So that's 5 over 3.
They'll host Utah on Saturday. CBJ 1 point behind Boston for wild card 2 slot. 3 points behind the Islanders and Penguins for a top 3 spot in the Metro. And the Jackets are buyers. We'll talk about that in the next segment. But, Bobby, if you are ready to attempt to make me smarter, I'm ready to push the button.
I will, but just before I get to that,
Yeah.
Bodie, do you go to bed at night questionable and wake up probable?
That was amazing, wasn't it?
Joe Mazzola he is my favorite human being of all time.
Last year going into the season, after they had won the title, and people said, like, oh, you know, how do you feel about having a target on your back? He's like, I hope it's right on our forehead. You're right on,
Funny
dude.
thing about my back, Jules. That was Joe Mazzola asked him about when Tatum could return on the day before St. Patty's Day. He's like, might not even be alive. I go to bed questionable and wake up probable. It's the most unbelievable line I've ever heard. God bless him.
That's pretty good.
All right, now we can do Today in History.
All right, let's do it.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, Jenna, work your magic.
Oh boy, it is Friday, March 6th, the first Friday in March, the 65th day of the year, which means there are 300 days remaining in 2026. We get to Monday, we'll be at 297. How's that feel, Bodie?
I don't know, honestly.
When I
Feel
rattle
like
that
it's-
off, do you feel like I'm just like hitting the ticker on your day, on your life?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
I mean, when I
It's like-
started doing this with Beam, I mean, we were at, it was like 2020 or whatever it was, 2021. 2020?
August of 20. Well, did
Yeah.
you guys do Today in History right off the bat?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
Coach.
I couldn't remember if you guys. So
It's
yeah,
an
August of
it's an
2020.
American staple. August of 2020. Now I'm writing in here 2024 or
Beamer was
2026.
Fatherless. Now he's almost father of
He
two.
was kidless. He wasn't fatherless. His father didn't die.
Wow,
That's a good.
it's a fair point.
Come
It's a
on,
Michael-
man.
that's a
He's
Michael.
father right there.
His wife now is almost terminal.
The doctors did everything they could.
Terminally
What
pregnant.
is wrong with you?
This date, 1820. The Missouri Compromise. Do you know what the Missouri Compromise was, Thitoff?
I believe that's when they decided to give up some of their state.
Missouri?
Yeah,
Give it up to who?
Oklahoma.
I don't know if that's it.
I was going to say Kansas.
So the Missouri
If it-
Compromise was signed by James Monroe, who was what number president? Come on, that's the first 10. That should be easy.
I'm
Those
going to
are
give him
layups.
7.
No, it's not
Come
7.
on, that's Andrew Jackson.
Yeah. James Monroe was 5th, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Madison Monroe.
Yeah.
Boom. Missouri Compromise signed by James Monroe. It was when they were still trying to figure out, as states came in, whether they would be free states or slave states. So as the horse trading, as Maine would come in as a free state, Missouri would enter as a slave state, but the rest of the Louisiana Purchase would all be free states, which is why the rest of them were moving forward. They had Kansas come in. They let the people vote on that, and that was why they had bloody Kansas, where people were murdering each other to keep them from voting.
Okay.
So you think we have voter registration issues now?
Yeah.
I mean, they were literally coming in and killing people, and to
Couldn't be
to
worse.
stop them from voting. I mean, it sounds a lot like what was going on, maybe in Venezuela with some of their elections, maybe over in Russia. I mean, Putin's been running unopposed for years. He's the most popular president they've ever had, they said.
He's a man of the people, apparently.
He really rides that grizzly bear around, shirtless. This date, 1836, the Battle of the Alamo ends. 13-day siege of 187 volunteers. 183 of them gave their life. Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie being two of them. They were fighting Santa Anna's forces of 3,000 Mexicanos down there.
Tough numbers there.
It was. I mean, they were definitely, you could say, outmatched, but they held them off long enough to be able to get the job done and for Sam Houston to rally the Army. This date, 1922, Babe Ruth signs a contract with the Yankees for 3 years and $52,000. That's when the big bucks start rolling in. 1953, Gregory Malenkov succeeds Stalin as the second Soviet premier. It's a big day. Transition. Stalin died yesterday, so they ushered in a new one. 1972, Jack Nicklaus passes Arnold Palmer as the all-time money leader on the PGA Tour. It's a crazy. He made like as much in his career as Tiger did, I think, in 1 year.
Yeah.
At one point. And then this date, 1975, Physical Graffiti is certified gold by Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's got a pretty broad catalog of music,
They do.
of their sound.
Yes, that song was Kashmir. They do have a pretty wide range there, and it's they only played together for a short time. It wasn't that long. It's like 10 years or something before John Bonham died, and then when he died, they never reformed. Although they did reform in different, for special events, they would do things, and Page and Plant went in concert together.
Okay, there we go, and that's your Led Zeppelin minute. This date, 1983, the first United States Football League game is played.
The Chicago Blitz. Key player, rookie running back Tim Spencer, number 46, out of Ohio State.
There we go.
As a senior last year, he led the Big Ten in rushing. A bruising short yardage runner with the speed to get outside, Tim Spencer would almost certainly have been a first-round pick in any league's draft. ABC Sports presents the season premiere of the United States Football League. Today, live from RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C., it's the Chicago Blitz versus the Washington Federal.
That was a cool league when it came out. That was it was fun to watch, and they did a good job. They had Keith Jackson calling games.
Really?
Yeah. It was a ABC. They did their television deal with ABC.
They had a bunch of players. I mean, they had a lot of big
yeah.
players. That's where Herschel Walker.
That's where Walker went there. Flutie went there first, also, but they
Steve Young was.
Yeah, Steve Young signed that.
Jim Kelly.
Yep, Kelly had a chance, and it's funny. Famously, when they asked Jim Kelly if he was going to play for the Houston Gamblers or the Buffalo Bills, who had drafted him, his response was, "Where would you rather live, Houston or Buffalo? That's all you need to know." And then he signed with the Gamblers and was great there.
The irony is that he stayed in Buffalo even after he got done playing. It has been a huge part of the city assimilated in there, and just have been endearing to the local community, and it's like one of their most beloved figures now.
I think Young's contract was 20 years, $40 million that he signed with the LA Express.
Think he's still getting paid on that?
I think I read they settled it at some point when the league folded.
Oh, of course they did. They said they just have to race to the banks after practice. Make sure you get your check cash first, because they didn't know if you're on the back end of the roster, Bodie, one of the last guys to cash it, may not go through. This date, 1985, Mike Tyson knocks out Hector Mercedes in the first round of his first professional fight. Couldn't find anything on that?
The video's on YouTube, but no audio with it, yeah.
Oh, they don't have any of the
It's just
commentary?
like some dude holding a camera, not even like a professional broadcast kind of overhead. It's just like side
Kimbo
of the ring.
Slice in the backyard?
Yeah, just like, there it is, and he makes quick work of it. But no.
Those guys on
audio.
professional cage fighters. So these guys do it in their backyards. Like human cockfighters.
It was so much fun. Tyson fought every single month almost on ESPN.
Yeah, because his fights would last 35 seconds. He'd run out of the ring and punch him in the face once, and dudes would just fall down. By the end, I think guys were like trying to go down. They didn't even want to do it.
Yeah. Michael Spinks did not want any part of Mike Tyson when they fought for the Unified Championship.
Oh, yeah. That was brutal. This date, 1993, from Aladdin. The hit single, A Whole New World, hits number 1.
Where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew.
Just riding around on that magic carpet.
Yeah.
You ever seen Aladdin, Bodie?
Yeah.
One of my favorite Disney movies.
I like it, yeah. The live action one was pretty good, too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who is in that? Is that Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yes, Will Smith
it
was
is.
the
He's the
genie.
genie.
He's the genie.
Yeah. The girl
Couldn't get Robin Williams for that one.
Naomi something. Yeah. Unfortunately, he was no longer with us. The girl was in some other stuff too. I don't know who the guy was. I don't remember his name, and I don't remember seeing him in anything else before or after. But
That version of the song you played was the one that they had in the movie. The one that won the Grammy was the one with Peebo Bryson and somebody else. Like that version of it. I almost got into a fight with Peebo Bryson one time.
oh,
So that was your way of working that into the conversation?
No, I'm saying that when I hear that song, I think
By
of
the
Peebo
way.
Bryson.
Why'd you almost get into a fight with him?
Me and contestant number 1 went out on a date one night. He was playing at some supper club, dinner kind of thing.
So what is a supper club?
Well, it's like it was not like a concert.
Wow.
It was
you know what it is, Bob.
It was a meal, and it was like he was singing that night.
What do you mean? Was it a restaurant? Is
Kind
this
of
like a cabaret?
It was almost like a banquet hall kind of thing. So it wasn't like a real concert, like he's up on stage doing stuff. He was like floor level and stuff and doing some songs and everything. Anyway, he came over by contestant number 1 and just got a little too friendly with her. It was almost KO for Peebo.
Well, he may have been doing you a favor at that point.
That's fair. That's fair.
In all fairness, you didn't really probably have the long view on this.
You might
Given
be
how
right.
all that turned out, it may have been more advantageous for you.
You're right. Might be right about that.
You know
Bob.
what? I'm going to do you a solid tonight, big dog. Here you go. That'd have been. He was just trying to help you out,
I
Thitoff.
agree.
Just trying to give you a hand. On this date, 26 years ago, in 2000, This man was elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for a record third time.
Third time.
This is a solo artist. He was with 2 other bands.
Joe Walsh.
That's a good guess.
That is a good guess. I can't think who it would be. I'm trying to, with 2 other bands. I don't know.
He lived in Columbus for a while.
Eric Clapton?
Yeah. Cream and the Yardbirds.
That's right, yeah.
And then he went in as a solo artist. Only, at least at this point, was the only 3-time getting in there. Some birthdays today. Hailing from Somerset, Ohio, one of the big-time Civil War generals helping turn the tide of the war, was a close confidant of Grant. General Philip Sheridan, born on this date, 1831. They got that statue of him, Bo. Did you drive around Somerset and go see it yesterday?
I did not last night. No,
You want to go to the town square, and you're going to circle around. He's up there mounted on a horse.
Okay.
Looking pretty sweet.
I like it.
You got any sound from him?
No, nothing on that one.
Okay.
We'll get that next year.
Lou Costello, born on this date, 1906. Alan Greenspan is the chairman of the Fed from I want to say 77 to 2000, maybe 87 to 2006. I read one of his biography because he retired in 06. It was probably right after that when I was got drafted. I was flying around, and that was before we had all these Wi-Fi wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
I had to bring a portable DVD player. So I started reading books on planes. I read his biography. He's 100 years old. I couldn't believe I saw that he didn't have the dash and then the second date on there. I was like, this dude's got to be. He was old. I remember then. I'm like, this dude's 100 years old. He was born in 1926. Good for him. This day, born on this date, 1940. Was middle infielder, right first baseman for the Pittsburgh Pirates, the 7-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion, and Hall of Famer, Willie Stargell.
McGregor comes to him, and is a high fly ball into deep right center field. Back to a single and away back to the wall. It's gone. He's done it. Thompson hit it out, and the Pirates lead 2-1.
It was the 1979 World Series in that one against the Orioles. The Orioles were up, I think, 3-1, and the Pirates came back and won it. If you ever, not that you guys have time to do it or want to do it, if you
go back and watch an old game on YouTube,
just look at the beginning of Game 1 of the 1979 World Series when they show the field and the awful shape it was in. It was like mud all throughout the outfield, like in different, like huge patches of mud. And it was.
Well, that's why the Steelers got a 0 rating for field quality.
It was in Baltimore. It was at
that
Memorial
was in
Stadium.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
that wasn't in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Oh, so they're playing the O's.
Yeah, they're playing the Orioles there, and I think the first game.
Were the Ravens tearing it up?
I don't know if the Ravens were playing there at that point. It might have been the Colts though.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that because
the
they didn't move there until the mid '80s.
Yeah, they shared it with the Colts. I'm sure. Yeah, but they. I think the first game got postponed because of snow. If I'm not mistaken.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Northern baseball. Can't beat it. Tom Arnold turning 67 today. And the man they call the Diesel, the 15-time All-Star and Cavs legend, Shaquille O'Neal, turning 54 years young.
Portland has 3 timeouts left. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to Shaq!
Is that when they had the 17-point comeback or whatever?
Yeah, against
Portland. Finally, the back-cut lob, the athleticism, the exuberance.
Yeah, I think they came all the way back in the fourth quarter of Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals there against Portland, and then that was their first title. Not the Lakers, but the Kobe Bryant Shaq duo there in 2000 against Indiana. Maybe does that sound right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shaq was so damn good when he was in shape. You know, and he was
Game 7 Western Conference Finals. They end up winning. Lakers outscored Portland 31-13 in the final period, capped by the Kobe to Shaq alley-oop to secure a spot in the NBA Finals. They were down 71-55 early in the fourth. The Lakers executed a 25-4 run in the final 9 minutes and 50 seconds of the game. I want to say that there was like an inordinate number of fouls
Yeah,
called.
there was
Probably,
a big
yeah.
controversy.
You wouldn't remember this, but that Blazers team was really good.
Oh,
they
they were,
had
yeah.
Rasheed Wallace. Who was their point guard? Little dude.
They had Terry Porter, right? No,
Terry-
Porter, was Porter on that team?
Ryan Grant was on the team. Rasheed Wallace.
Who was the guy from Michigan State?
Oh gosh, I can't think of their not Stubblefield. Stoudemire, Damon Stoudemire.
David Stoudemire,
Oh, yeah.
Was their point guard. They were really good. And I was a Lakers, I was like a Shaq fan. I wanted to see him win a championship because I always liked him. And if you go back and watch that, Bodie, I'm not big into conspiracies.
But
There were some advantageous calls for the Lakers
yeah,
to be able to
that's,
get that done.
Not surprised by that.
Yeah. I think they saw the stars on the move. And
Scottie Pippen was on
Yeah,
that
Pippen
team.
was on
yes,
that
that's
team.
right. That would have been Pippen. He came in. He was one of the vets that they came over from. I was after he was in Houston, I think.
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith. Yeah, Porter wasn't on that team. I was wrong. Yeah, you're right. Stoudemire. They had Arvydas Sabonis on that
That's
team.
right. Sabonis, his dad.
Yeah.
He had come over from is he Ukrainian or wherever, some form of Soviet.
Lithuanian.
Well, yeah, dude, he's
Same thing.
all under the Stalin flag. But he
Wow, he didn't come over till he was 31 years
Yeah.
he
old.
couldn't jump anymore. Like his knees were shot.
Yeah.
But his ball skills for a 7-footer was
Yeah.
it was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters. He would catch the ball on the elbow on the high post, and like guys would go and he'd like spin it around his back and like flip it over his head to like Scottie Pippen cut into the basket. He was like the point guard at the
He
high
was
post.
Jokic before Jokic.
He really was.
Yeah.
But he was just old.
Yeah.
He came over and they beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Legs feed the wolf, gentlemen. Like over in the Soviet Union, they probably ran him into the ground from 16 to 31.
Yeah, he was considered like the best international player, just could never get over here.
Yeah, and then he finally came here, and he just lacked the athleticism. You see his son. His son's really good.
Jermaine O'Neal was on that team.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Bonzi Wells, Detlef Schrempf.
So Jermaine O'Neal was on the Blazers.
Yeah.
That was before
point.
he went to the Pacers.
Yes,
then.
I think the Blazers may have drafted him.
Yes, and then he ends up going to the Pacers. Detlef Schrempf, who was a long time with Seattle,
And then Indiana.
in Indiana, and so then he was with. They had a really good mix of young guys and old guys. Really no like crazy big stars.
Yeah.
But they like Scottie Pippen was older. Like they had probably a nice rotation of about 8 or 9 guys, and they were the better team.
Yeah.
Top to bottom. And then after that, like they couldn't keep the team together. Maybe Scottie went to Houston after.
I think it was after that because he went there. I think he followed Barkley there,
Yeah,
and then he complained about Barkley being out of shape.
yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Charles?
But it was wild. I know we took if you being an NBA guy, you would enjoy watching this. And I was in high school when that happened. I was super pumped. And then looking back, I'm like, man, there were a lot of fouls called,
Yeah.
some questionable things that ultimately happened in that game. Some other birthdays today. Rapper Bubba Sparks turning 49 years old. And maybe the greatest, I'm not saying it, but maybe I'm saying it, maybe the greatest American goalie of all time, Tim Howard, turning 47.
A penalty against Algeria. It's Morales. Make that 15 saves for Tim Howard. This is the most in the World Cup, I can tell you, for half a century. Lukaku looking to terrorise that defence again. He's so big and strong. It's Lukaku! And another save by the extraordinary
Come on, quit getting so
Tim Howard.
disappointed on the saves.
You have got to be kidding me.
I mean, that's, when you have a record number of saves, it's great for you as a goalie. Probably not the best endorsement for your defense. though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. As I cut that up yesterday, I was like, "Oh, this is." I don't follow soccer a ton, but I feel like once you start getting into double-digit saves, that seems like quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not hockey for sure. Turning 32 today. I feel like he was older than this, but he's been playing with the C's for so long.
Yeah.
Didn't he get traded, then come back?
No, he's never came back to Boston. He got traded to where was it? Oh, Memphis in the Porzingis deal. Then he went maybe to the Wizards for a minute. Now he's with the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought he came back to Boston for like half a season at some point. Long time, though, with the Celtics. Turning 32, Mr. Marcus Smart.
There's Marcus Smart. That's a great sign. Boy, the way that ankle rolled over, you'd think he might not play for the rest of the series. This crowd's going to go crazy. They're showing it up on the big screen here. Marcus Smart's going to return. Shades of Paul Pierce. I don't know if Smart was in a wheelchair, but Tatum, Smart, step back, three-pointer. It's good!
There you go.
Loved Marcus Smart. That trade really kind of, it was a great move. There's
Yeah,
no
it was
question
smart
about
trade, I
that,
know,
but
yeah.
it broke my heart when we
No,
sent him off.
Yeah, he's a competitor, man. He
Yeah.
played really hard. A little crazy sometimes. I like this craziness, though. Crazy like a fox. Some passings today, 1836. Davy Crockett gave his life at the Alamo. Nancy Reagan, the 42nd First Lady, passed away in 2016. And passing away in 2006, the 10-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champ and Hall of Famer, Mr. Kirby Puckett.
He's to the line, and the left-hander delivers. Puckett swings and hits a blast. Deep left center, way back. It's gone. The Twins go to the 7th game. Touch 'em all, Kirby Puckett. Touch 'em all, Kirby Puckett. And the Twins have won this game 4-3 on a dramatic home run by Kirby Puckett. He's just now getting to the plate, and he touched it amidst all his teammates, and the Twins win the game.
He was when he came up, when he first got in the majors, his body was much different. He was very thin, and I'm not saying, but either he's got a great workout regimen or he had some help. But
Why are we not accusing him of being on the juice?
I
because
think Tito is right now.
in his first year at the
I have a
Twins,
friend that has a lot of wet dreams.
he had 583
Get off
at
the
bats.
sauce.
583 at bats his first season. How many home runs do you think he had?
16.
Zero.
Oh, zero.
Zero then. And then all of a sudden he had 4 the next year, then 31 after that.
Yeah. I mean,
He
listen.
grew into his body.
Yes, that's what he was doing. You're right. Growing into his body at, well, how old was he at that point? Maybe 26. Yes.
Yeah, he needed to grow into his hat size, too.
That's what it was, yeah.
A lot of people's heads grow when they're like 25 years old.
I'll say it. Puckett juiced. There. I said it.
Okay, well, listen. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame.
I know.
Need to bring Shark. Get Shark on the phone. I
Think
want
he's
to have this
awake?
debate with him again. Yeah, he's probably somewhere around the globe. Who knows? It might be the
who knows?
middle of the day
Poolside.
where he's at. Yeah, poolside.
It could be Saturday where
He
he
might
is.
be in the over there in, the Soviet Union sort of
Oh,
area.
yeah. It's a big day for
Can't roll
him.
that out.
Some holidays observances. It's the Day of the Dude. It is, yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
right
Day
on.
of the Dude. National Frozen or National Oreo Cookie Day. How about
Ooh.
that? National Salesperson Day. It is Employee Appreciation Day. How about that?
Big day for us.
And No Homework Day.
Oh.
So no homework for you, buddy. Those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, March 6th, the 65th day of the year, 300 days remaining in this 2026.
Well done as always, General. Coming up next, how did last night affect the idle OSU men's basketball team? And the CBJ have jumped into the trade waters. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Hey folks, it's Berm here from 97.1 The Fans, Austin and Berm Show. Last week I was on the road visiting a recruit and I saw one of my old fast food favorites on the side of the road and was hungry for lunch, and I thought to myself, this place used to just call my name. And I thought, hey, why not stop in and have some? I'm on maintenance right now with Awaken 180 and I'm allowed to eat it. So I pulled in, I ordered the usual, I sat there and unwrapped it in the restaurant and I was so excited. And then halfway through it, I thought, why am I eating this? And it wasn't even in a guilty way. It was more confusion because it didn't taste like I remembered. It didn't hit like it used to. I wasn't craving it anymore, and I really wasn't excited about it. I just kind of stopped wanting it, and that's when it clicked. Awaken 180 didn't just help me drop 35 pounds. It changed how I look at food. I'm 3 weeks into maintenance, and I haven't put a pound of that 35 back on, and I finally understand what works for me. It's not about I can't. It's about not wanting it the same way anymore. I'm not craving the bad. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we.
Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together.
Established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Morning Juice. Bobby, I got good news for you.
Jackets won?
Michigan won last night.
It's tough for that being good news, but I understand the sentiment of what you're going to say.
Michigan defeated Iowa 71-68, which means Ohio State.
It's a closer game than expected.
Yeah, Iowa was up early in that one. It was a nip and tuck all the way through.
More nips than tucks. Hopefully,
as I said that, Bob, I've never really understood that. I mean, nip and tuck. I'd say back and forth, but I should have said
nip and tuck. Which do you think you're more of a fan of, the nip or the tuck?
I'm going to guess the nip.
Okay, I didn't know if you like to tuck it back or what the deal was.
I had to...
This is a real Finkel and Einhorn situation.
So what that means at Ohio State now...
Some people say that kind of surgery can be done in the over a weekend.
Oh. They control their own destiny to get the double bye. If they beat Indiana on Saturday,
But can they get the 10 seed?
No. The worst they could be is 9th.
I'm joking. In the NCAA tournament.
No, so yeah.
Your Highness is having them target the 10.
But Ohio State.
Maybe they can win enough games. They jump to a 7. How about that?
Oh.
As far as the
get
Big
off that
10,
8-9 line.
I mean, you win 4 games next week. You know.
Oh yeah. But if they win, so if Ohio State wins on Saturday and UCLA loses to USC, Ohio State would be the 7th seed in the Big Ten tournament. So 7, 8, or 9 is where they're going to be. That's locked in. Nobody can pass. Nobody can. They can't be any lower than 9th. Can't be any higher than 7th. So that was a nice for Ohio State that Michigan won last.
I sure hope they make the tournament.
So even it's good, Bob. Good. It's good. You know, not
the
everybody
Highness said
would agree
hope.
with
I mean,
that.
he's saying 95%.
That was before the Purdue game. So even though Iowa's only a game back, Iowa.
If Ohio State wins.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's
right.
But
yeah,
but the other way you get is if Iowa loses and Ohio State loses and Iowa loses, then Ohio State.
We don't want to back our way into that. Let's go get the win.
Yes.
Punch your ticket.
Yeah.
Silence the critics. Silence the doubters. I mean, but I was never a fan of watching them get in on some sort of math formula. But if they win their way in, that's a whole nother story.
Which they have to this point, right?
Whatever that math formula is.
Yeah. Nobody
Ken
knows.
Palm ranking. net ranking or whatever.
All the numbers.
Rick Bowness spoke yesterday after the game and talked about how the team responded after the couple of losses coming out of the break.
Well, it is, and we didn't let those, we knew in those games we played well enough to win, so we didn't dwell on the loss. We focused on the process. We focused on how well we were playing, so we didn't let it upset us, didn't rattle us. We just kept pushing and kept playing, and you play the right way like that, you're going to win your share of games, and we did tonight. We did all the right things tonight, so, but yeah, the Boston game, man, we talked right after the game. We play like that, we'll live and die with the result. You have to give yourself a chance to play to win the game, and we did both of those games.
It seemed like after those losses, and we had Porty on talk about it also, that the more realistic chance for the Blue Jackets was to get the wild card spot versus getting third in the Metro. But as it stands right now, Bob, yes, they are still 1 point behind Boston for second wild card spot. But
get out of here. We're going for a Metro spot.
Well, the Penguins and Islanders are second and third, tied for second in the Metro, and they're Jackets only 3 points behind them.
Striking distance.
Let's do it. And then on top of that,
it's like one of those cruise missiles I saw hit Iran. Striking distance.
I always have to check those to see if they're real, because I see sometimes
There's
I see
some AI.
there's some stuff that goes on out there, and I'm not sure if that's really. So I don't know.
Get AI'd.
I get AI'd. Yes, that's what happens to me. But the Jackets became buyers after that game. It was announced later last night that they acquired forward Connor Garland from the Vancouver Canucks, and they get in exchange for Connor Garland, the Jackets gave up a third-round pick in this year's draft and a second-round pick in 2028.
I mean, when you fired your coach, did you ever think you'd be buyers at the trade deadline?
That's amazing. No, it's such a it says a lot about what Bonus will be able to do in that short time.
Put on your jacket.
So
Garland's see it live.
29 years old.
I love it.
He's got 7 goals and 19 assists this year in 50 games, but it's one of the worst seasons of his career. But you're playing for Vancouver and you're in last place, so the Jackets think
I
he can turn
guarantee
that
you
around.
he's probably happy.
Oh yeah,
heck yeah, he is.
So here's the interesting thing about it: he's in the last year of a 5-year contract.
It's a rental.
It's not though, because before the season he signed an extension after this year. So
okay, there we go. So what did you say they gave up?
Well, they gave up a second-round pick in 2028, a third-round pick this year.
Okay, that's good.
Well, here's the thing.
How many years you have left on him?
Well, he's 29.
Okay.
He signed a 6-year, $36 million extension. So it's $6 million.
Maybe they think they're buying low on this.
Well, he
isn't playing great this year. Give him a second, third, $6 million a year. It's not like it's crazy money.
No, but what the thought process of the Jackets is that the salary cap's going to keep going up every year, and so maybe like after the third year, when he's 32 years old or whatever, it still might be a decent bargain, I guess, to have him. But
I don't think $6 million a year. I mean, if he's more like he was in prior seasons than this, then I think that's a win.
Yeah. He traditionally, this is not a great year for him compared to his other years, but it's one of those things when I got to believe he'll be playing Saturday when they play the Mammoth out there at Defend NWA, as Bobby likes to say.
Defend the Mammoth. You said that. That's the Utah team, correct?
The Utah team, yeah. Yep. And that one, yes.
Mormon Mammoths.
Yes. By the way, this deal, the contract that he signed also has a full no movement clause in it for the first 3 seasons.
That's what she said.
So they cannot look to move on from him
the whole time.
Yes, they can't do that. But we'll see. Look, trade deadline's today at 3:00. See if anything else happens, and maybe have more news to report on Monday. But we'll see if the Jackets.
I like it though.
So do I.
We'll worry about 3 years from now.
Yes,
3 years from
exactly.
now.
Yes,
Like,
we'll do
we're
it.
playing to beat Utah tomorrow night, man.
Yes.
This is some throwaway game up in Rochester.
Yeah. So it's fun to see the Jackets as a buyer. I can't remember the last time they were buyers at the trade deadline, or like true buyers. I mean, sometimes they would.
When they bought Duchesne.
That's honestly what I was thinking about too. That was 6 years ago. That was pre-COVID.
That was 4 coaches ago.
At least 4.
7 years ago, actually. I think.
Yeah,
now,
that was
right. 29. It was the spring of 19.
I was working with Rothman.
Okay, there you go. So it was pre-2020.
Did you have a beard then?
What?
Did you have a beard? Was that during your
I had
beard
the
time?
beard. Was that during my beard? I had the beard for 1 year. It was 2017, and that was just during the fall.
Right.
So by the time they would get to the trade deadline, I shaved the beard off. I shaved it off during the holidays.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not a big fan of facial hair.
Okay.
On me.
You like on other men though?
I mean, it's your prerogative.
Well, no, I'm just saying. You said you like it on you.
I'm not a big fan of stubble getting rubbed on me in general. So
That's follow up question, Bob. That's what I do, Bob. I ask follow up questions.
Bob, you should see him nowadays, head to toe.
Coming up next. Oh, by the way, my wife got her hair did the other day, and I popped in, surprised, just said, "Hey, how you doing? Having a good day."
Some singer that was trying to pick her up.
Right? No, but at the place, it says full body wax.
Oh, sounds great.
And I thought about it. Why not? Just do it once. It'll all grow
I
back.
can think of a few reasons why
It'd
not.
be like a seal.
It'll all grow back, right?
So smooth.
Well, it'll all grow back, though, right?
That's a question or a comment? I don't know. You tell me.
I know I heard a story once where a guy shaved his head in college due to a bet, and it just never came back.
Yeah,
so
I've never. People, my youngest son's like, Dad, he calls it going bald. I'm like, going bald is losing your hair. Shaving your head is different. But I go, if I shave my head, I am partially worried that it may never return. So.
Yes, that's the same way I am, too. I would never do that. Plus, I'd be an ugly bald guy. Not that I'm a handsome hair guy, but no, the shape of my head, though, it wouldn't work. No,
Lumpy?
trust me. Yeah, well, just it's a bit disproportionate, I think.
Did Fergie sing about that? My lumps? Is that about your head?
Yes. Was it my lumps or my humps? My lumps? Is that what it was called?
I think it was the H. Yeah.
I think it was humps.
Oh,
yeah.
Humps,
Bob
lumps.
was singing it wrong all these years.
I think so. Yeah.
I just remember
London Bridge.
I only envisioned Will Ferrell singing that out of, oh gosh, what movie was that in? Maybe an SNL skit.
Coming up next, we'll use some quick hitters, Morning Juice.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. No takers? Yeah, I didn't think so. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are, but here's the good news. QC Kinetics patients right here in Columbus, they're getting relief right now, feeling younger and jumping back into life full speed ahead, and that didn't happen in an operating room. My friend Dr. Ray Tesner and his team use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science. Treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you need the relief the most. This is how I was treated. I had a knee issue. I went in there. We had a consultation. I went through a series of treatments. And you know what? After a handful of months, my knee started feeling better and better until I was able to get out there and do the things I loved again. It's all true. It's all real. The sooner you get started, the sooner your inflammation eases and the sooner you'll start feeling better again. So find out if you're a candidate at your free consultation at qckinetics.com/Columbus or 380-208-4544.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at MDA.org today.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm an innovation ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
Tito has had 2 wives. They've both been named Heather. If you know someone named Heather, please warn her. This is Morning Juice.
It is Morning Juice. Tito, Bobby, Bodie. And now, let's do some quick hitters, Bodes.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
All right, fellas, happy Friday. Best day of the work week. We'll start here with some college football. The new additions to any college football team that they add in the offseason is now more important than ever in this transfer portal era that we're living in, as teams have to restock their roster from head to toe. as they try to make another run of the college football playoff, if you're of that caliber. And earlier this week, ESPN, the worldwide leader, ranked the best newcomer classes, combining both incoming freshmen and transfers. The LSU Tigers came in at number 1, with Lane Kiffin bringing in a whole bunch of guys down there in Baton Rouge. But right behind them at number 2 was the Ohio State Buckeyes. The article highlighted Chris Henry Jr., Jay Timmons, and Blaine Bradford in the secondary. Of course, Chris Henry Jr. at wide receiver there. And then also Legend Bay in the backfield as far as true freshmen could make an impact. And then as far as the transfer front goes, we'll have James Smith coming in on the defensive line. He's probably the biggest name amongst the portal class. And then Earl Little Jr., I think it's Earl Little Jr., right?
Yeah.
Or Earl Little. And then and Terry Moore as a couple of guys that are expected to make an impact in the secondary.
Supposed to be really good. Those guys, they're very excited about those guys. And
those last two in particular.
Yeah, and you got to think, I mean, you lost Sonny, you lost Caleb, you lost Lorenzo. I mean, there's some work to be done there in that safety, IGB.
Yeah.
So having guys that can do things in the middle, and Matt Patricia always had really good safety play when he was in New England, smart guys that were very versatile. So finding those guys was critical, and I think they did. And I'm excited to kind of see them on the field now with what they can do.
Have you met most of those guys or not?
Yeah, but, I mean, dude, there's 50 guys.
I know. Yeah.
And we don't meet them like when they're young. Like, I know all the guys that came back, and some of the new guys I've met coming through. But it's hard to, like, unless I'm walking around with like literally a program with their face.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I recognize them, and some of the guys, they cut their hair, they'll shave their beard down. I'm like, holy crap, like, give me a second here. Like, who is this guy? Like, you've already changed your appearance, and I'm trying to remember who you are by like definitive qualities. Learning 50 people that you see while they're working out. Like, in Mick, the rule is like I'm not allowed to talk to guys during workouts. Like,
right.
Because they're working out.
Sure.
So there's certain guys that I'll say when they're talk to when they're done and stuff. But just getting to know those guys right now, it'll be a lot easier during practice. But then the problem is they have helmets on then too. So that's another.
I didn't know if somebody
get a number on them.
I didn't know if somebody like impressed you more than others. Somebody you met that maybe had a just seemed different than the rest, or just
built diff.
Just different personality type. Like we like if was he? I don't know if anybody stood out to you.
It's tough. Not in workouts yet. I mean, there's some guys that are doing a good job. I've been working more, like talking to more of the front guys, the front 7 guys that have come in.
Yeah.
With Smith and Rousseau, Rousseau, and like Christian Allegro and those dudes up front. And so I haven't been involved in the secondary stuff as much. So we'll see how that kind of looks.
How quickly when a guy comes in, do you think the coaches can tell, like, yeah, that guy's going to make an impact this year? Whether it's portal
these guys know in the portal, like, there's good film of them.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't make an impact, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And so some of the guys, the Bama guys they brought in, Quay and Smith, both those guys should make an impact. I mean, I think they're anticipating Allegro to be able to do some good stuff. And then the safeties for sure.
Yeah.
On the back end. So, yeah, there's a big anticipation that those guys are going to be contributors.
We'll continue the theme here with college football. Saw this one on The Athletic. In his mailbag, a reader asked the question, and that would be Stuart Mandel's mailbag. A reader asked the question, last year's playoff had 4 returning teams and then 8 new teams. How much turnover do you predict for this year? Mandel, using the 12-team model, of course, that we still have here for this upcoming season. He went back to 2021 and noted that from 2021 to 2022, there would have been 7 new teams, then 8 the following year, then 7 again, and then 8 again last year. So, Tito, I ask you, I'm setting the over-under at 7.5 new teams. Would you take the over or under?
7.5 new teams?
Yep.
Oh, I take
not new as in the first time.
Right,
new
as
as in like
year.
new from last year.
I would take the under on that one because that would mean that I would think that there would only be. If I took the over, I'm saying there would be 4 teams returning. Is that right?
That is correct. Yep.
No, I think and he went after they reordered the 2025 field in the order he thinks that most likely to least likely to return. So, like Ohio State, we think they'll be in.
Yep.
Oregon?
Yeah.
Georgia?
Yes.
Yeah. Miami?
Yes.
Indiana?
Virtue of the ACC.
Indiana, I think, probably.
Okay, that's 5 right there.
Yeah.
Then A&M, maybe.
Yeah.
Texas
SEC
Tech.
is a little tougher.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, I think, has a very good shot.
Winning the conference again.
Yeah, you win the conference, you get in.
Then Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, Tulane, James Madison in order as far as
James Madison, Ole Miss. Like, some of those are going to be hit and miss. But I think the number is more like 7 returning than 7 new.
That's what I think, too, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think you get turnover of 5, which still would be a lot. And the 4 team is like the same teams every year.
Right.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. That's why I went those first 5, Ohio State, Oregon, Georgia, Miami, Indiana, and I figured like all those, I think those 5 are damn near locks to be in the playoffs next year. Just like Florida State and Clemson were last year, though.
And Penn
Locks.
State.
And Penn State, yes.
Penn State, Clemson.
National champion.
They were
They were all going to be
Penn
there.
State and Clemson were going to meet in Miami for the championship. Some more college athletics here. It'll be football and other sports. Becoming one of the first schools to do so, Arkansas has landed a jersey patch deal as the Razorbacks and Tyson Foods have reached a 5-year agreement that'll place the company's logo on all 19 of Arkansas's jerseys beginning this fall. Roughly 90% of the money in the deal is expected to go straight to the players through name, image, and likeness opportunities. Specific financial details of the deal have not been disclosed to this point. They're the second school, Arkansas that is, the second major school to announce an all-sport corporate jersey sponsorship, joining their fellow SEC partner LSU, which struck a 7-year agreement with Woodside Energy back in February. And then as far as non-major schools go, UNLV signed a 5-year deal worth $11 million with Accesso Biologics, whatever the hell that is, back in December. So, Carp, safe to say, Arkansas's on the early front of this stuff, but they certainly won't be the last team to do it. And I'm guessing Ohio State will probably be doing this.
No, give me that chicken.
Yeah. I did enjoy in the article, Tyson Foods said something about, like, great source of protein. You're like, I don't know that the frozen chicken fingers is probably the healthiest thing in the world.
I don't think it
probably
would
not
be.
the least healthiest thing in the
It's
world. But
on the spectrum, I'll say it's about
in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle
Yeah,
there.
you could be eating worse.
There's better
but,
options, but you could be eating worse. I mean, as long as you're going to take that, you bake it, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Bob.
Are you a big fan of the baked?
No, I probably let my kids eat too much chicken, like too much of the chicken nuggets kind of thing,
Yeah, but their stuff isn't too bad. Depending on what you're getting, they're different products. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm curious to see who Ohio State's going to end up pairing with. Like, there's big schools. You start talking about Ohio State, Bama, Texas, Michigan, Georgia, like some of these iconic brands that still are out there. And I know people are going to be heavily resistant to change with things. And it's like, well, do you want to pay more for your tickets?
Yeah. Right.
Or would you rather just deal with the patch on the jersey?
Yeah.
And everybody then, they're like, the patch. Bruise on the legs a long way from the heart. Put your gear on.
Do you have a prediction, Bob? Like, what? Do you like any idea? Like, who you think would be one that step up to be that on the Ohio State jersey?
I know there's been talks and conversations about that. Not positive as to who it could be yet.
I know Tyson
It's not going to
Foods
be cheap.
Is like they already had a connection with Arkansas. I think their CEO or something.
Yes.
Like has a connection to the school. So I don't know if
knows Jarrah.
yeah, there you go.
Maybe Magic City will do
it for the Bulldogs for Georgia. I don't know if would Wendy's make sense for the Buckeyes or Roosters because they already have stuff with those two.
Yeah,
right?
there's a
Or
good
Roosters
chance
at
it'll
least.
probably be one of the existing partners already. Just like Safelite was already a partner, and then they
threw it on the
sponsored the field.
Yeah.
Bob, what are your thoughts on Billy Idol?
Listen, my love for Billy Idol. Listen, when I first watched The Wedding Singer, I loved Billy Idol. I love Billy Idol. I enjoy him. It's a nice day for a white wedding.
Yes. He admitted at one point in time he was a heroin addict.
Wow.
I don't know if I'd say that's all that's surprising based upon looking at him at certain points in his life. Like saying, hey, Charlie Sheen at one point may have been an addict.
He channeled his inner Charlie Sheen on how he kicked the habit. Here's the quote.
Tiger blood.
Once you're trying to get off heroin, what do you go to? You go to something else.
Yep.
I started smoking crack to get off heroin.
I love it. What a great trade-off.
Billy Idol claims that he smoked crack to get off of heroin, Bob. I don't know many drug facilities that would encourage that kind of that way they do it. This is the way to kill it.
I honestly, was this in Quick Hitters, or did you just see this in some sort of article?
Somebody sent it to me yesterday. I thought I'm gonna try to work it in, and we had a few minutes to burn still on Quick Hitters. I thought I would go ahead and include it.
I am a fan of Billy Idol.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of trading one vice for another. If you can just slowly work your way down, maybe you go from that to marijuana. Marijuana's not a drug. And by the end, you're smoking cigarettes and maybe you're on Zins.
I can't believe Billy Idol's still alive, much like Charlie Sheen.
But he went hard. You see him in Wedding Singer. He looked pretty rough. And that was
it was 20 years ago, right? 20.
Oh, more than 20. 1998. It was closer to 30 than 20.
Wow.
Do you think there's a marijuana dispensary that maybe we could get their jersey patch, logo
Buckeye,
as a jersey patch?
listen,
I mean, look, you already got the
Told
Buckeye
you my brother,
leaf.
we got one up in Michigan. I mean, that'd be a little cross-border stuff. But
if they came up and said, we'll pay the next 5-star quarterback and receiver X amount of
Well, I
dollars.
asked Gene about 5 or maybe 6 or 7 years ago now when they had Nick Swisher Field at for baseball.
Yeah.
I go, we were standing there in his box. I go, what would it take to get Bobby Carpenter Field here? I go, can you give me the same deal that Swish got? And he goes,
yeah,
probably not.
You can sponsor the 2-yard line.
Yeah, this might be a little more valuable real estate. And I said, okay.
This article on Barstool Sports also, Billy Idol, you want to guess how old he is?
How old he looks or how old he is? I feel like he was probably in his 30s through the 80s. I'm going to guess 75.
He is 70 years old.
It's my dad's age. There you go.
Actively touring with 67-year-old Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Nice.
Moni.
Would you go see that show?
I love rock and roll.
Just to see what it looks like. There's a curiosity there. Curious.
Yeah,
like
whiskers there. Yes, I'm sure there is.
I am legitimately curious to see what that looks like.
I wonder how the pipes are, Billy.
Listen, you hit that crack rock, you'll be.
I don't know if he's still doing crack. I don't know if he's still doing it.
Was there ever a mention of him transitioning from that to another vice?
There was no mention. That's poor reporting on Barstool Sports. They should have done that. They should have followed up and asked if he is off everything now, or maybe went back to heroin. Who knows? But I wonder if any more of these drug treatment facilities will pick up on that and start using that method of hey, I'm addicted to heroin. Come on in, try some crack.
Yeah, if you're giving one illicit substance up for another, I don't know if you can buy crack legally either.
Okay,
so if you're like a medical center, you're trying to weed somebody down, where are you going to go? You'll buy some crack rock on the street.
Okay, now here's the other thing, Bob. If I were a crack dealer, I would use this as an endorsement.
Of course.
If you find somebody strung out on heroin, say, hey, look, I got your cure.
I'll wean you down to some crack.
Yes, we will crack. I would carry around that article. I would say.
The problem is, though, I've heard stories about what people are willing to do for crack. Bob Saget actually talked about that
I've seen him.
I've seen him.
Hey, Bob, I do anything for love, but I won't do that.
But you don't love crack enough then.
Coming up next, we've got a trade in the NFL, and a team
That's Michael Irvin.
A team, the new NFL teams they trade, and a team has already invited Kyler Murray in for a visit. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
My mom is a veteran, and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned, so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Miss Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Second hour of the program. Final hour of the program. Final hour of Bodie's work week. But Bobby, that
feels good.
Like the Carpenters, for me and you, we've only just begun. We got more work after this, don't we?
White Lace and Promises?
Yes.
The only reason I know that song is because out of Happy Gilmore, they're singing, I forget, Chubbs is singing that when he's playing on the piano.
Yeah.
We've only just begun. See, Happy? I got my hand back.
That's right. I forgot about that part
That's
of the movie.
That's like there's certain songs that I only know, like some of the 80s songs.
Yeah.
Like
that was
Do You Really Want to Hurt Me by Boy George?
Right.
The only reason I know all that is from the wedding singer. The wedding singer. Like them singing that during the weddings. Like so it's all good.
That's funny. Yeah. The
R.I.P. Carl Weathers.
And R.I.P. Karen Carpenter.
Yeah, Aunt Karen.
Okay, now you know what I'm saying. Are you related to her in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge. But unfortunately, she passed before we could do the 23andMe. So maybe she could have connected on there.
You could probably still find out, can't you? Through their family.
I could exhume her body and get a piece of her DNA.
But her brother, I think her brother's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's still alive.
What did Karen die of?
Anorexia.
Ooh,
she was like the first.
That's a tough way to go.
She was the first celebrity.
You don't die of anorexia. You die of starving to death.
Well, okay.
I thought it was drugs.
No. She wasn't drugs. She was anorexia. She whittled down, refused to eat, and all this stuff. And
I think if you were on drugs, that would have helped keep you thin, and then you could have still eaten. At least that's what in the song "Rockstar" by Nickelback, we'll all stay skinny because we just won't eat.
Let me see. She
pop our pills from a Pez dispenser.
I was trying to see the official.
Getting washed up singers writing all our songs, lip sync them every night so we don't get them wrong.
Let's see what she died of. I want to see.
I thought it was drugs. My dad,
no,
I thought told me. I thought my dad told me.
Okay, an autopsy released on March 11th.
There's got to be some drugs in there.
Discounted drug overdose.
Yeah, there you go.
Discounted. No, it's a discounted.
Discounted?
Yes.
I thought you meant she just got it on sale.
Attributing Carpenter's death to amylene cardiotoxicity.
Oh, Steve Spurrier over there. A couple guys went down there, started a melee.
I think it's amylene cardiotoxicity.
You know what we need to have, Bodie? I want you to do this.
No, don't. I know what you're going to do.
This is a great segment.
It's not a great segment.
We can have you get like 4 or 5 complicated medical terms, and we'll call Tito Tries.
Okay.
And it'll be Tito Tries to read them, and it's going to be beautiful.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They don't make songs like this anymore. They really don't.
The best part is there was a guy named Rob Petiti who was he was an offensive tackle from Pittsburgh. He was drafted the year before I got to Dallas, and they had a bunch of injuries. He was a 7th-round pick. He ended up starting every game at right tackle. And he looked like a fat. Parcells used to call him Fat Captain Jack because he looked like Captain Jack Sparrow. He had a goatee, like a little mustache, super dark hair, and he used to listen to that song. He's like, gosh, that'd be great. That'd be a great life. Like, he would listen to it. It looked like Bill Clinton looking at those pictures that they're showing him in the Epstein files. There was like so much admiration. He would sit there.
Just the nostalgia.
There was a place in Dallas, I think it's like a Southwestern chain in southern Louisiana called Razoo's, and they put these little alligators. You get this one drink, and they had these little alligators that it was some sort of like jungle juice punch drink. God knows what was in it and how much sugar. Yeah. But you would get like a little toy rubber alligator that would come in it. And we'd go there, and you can buy these lamps. My parents would have them. It was back in the day, like you could fill them like with shells or put stuff in them. Have you ever seen like the glass hollow lamps? Yeah. You could put stuff in. And so we had one of those, and I would buy I'd go get these drinks at Razoo's, and I'd start filling with alligators. My wife was like, that is straight white trash for not having these alligators. So everybody, when they ask, they ask where you got them, I'm going to say, I got a drink for every one of them. Yeah. And we'd sit there with Petiti, and he would hammer these down. And he may or may not have had a substance abuse problem. And he did not make the team that year. I think he got picked up, and he was washed out of the league. But he liked to party. And he said at the end of the season, he's like, yeah, his play started tailing off the year before. He's like, yeah, I started getting in and, hitting it pretty hard, and little drugs, a little alcohol, a little bit of everything.
Got to my play on the field a little bit.
Started getting to your play on the field. He's like, Friday nights, it started pouring into Saturdays, and next thing you know, it's Sunday. It's game day. That was tough.
Next thing. Speaking of the Carpenters and siblings, Bob, you'll be maybe proud of me. I didn't get all the way through the first episode because I was pretty tired, but started Game of Thrones last night.
Oh, yeah.
And
this is this is a great journey you're going to be on. The twins, the Lannister twins.
The light blonde hair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still working through the names of everything.
I'm going to send you my spreadsheet with all the houses.
I wouldn't call him the brother of the year in the first episode.
Listen,
maybe it gets better, but he was willing to sacrifice her to
no, you're thinking of the Targaryens. That's Danny.
Sure, yeah. I don't know the names yet. I'm still working through it.
The wedding was pretty impressive.
Okay.
There's a lot of things. You're going to really enjoy the second episode with the set of twins, where there's some things that go on. Very graphic and vulgar in the first season.
Yeah, agreed.
A lot of things going on there.
Vibe.
Did Caleb like it?
I have not let him watch Game of Thrones.
Thank you.
I did let him watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but it was...
Was that the prequel or the sequel?
Everything's prequel to this point. There is the House of Dragon, which is like early prequel. Night of the Seven Kingdoms is like more 70 years before. So it's like, that's kind of in between. And it's outside of one of the knights having his hog out. Like it's pretty tame relative to Game of Thrones standards. And that was an early episode. So I'm like, all right. There's not too much profanity in this, and there's not too much whoring around. And I mean, there's a great line, you'll love it, by Robert Baratheon, who's the king, who's like Ned's buddy in Winterfell. You'll see all this. And he's like, Ned, that's why I named you Hand of the King, so I could drink and whore my way to an early grave.
Yeah, I did see that part. Yeah.
It's the greatest line ever. That's why I want to name you Hand, so you can do all the hard work. I just want to be. He wants to be king, to be Charlie Sheen.
He knows what he wants.
Right now, I feel like the third wheel on the bicycle. I feel
well,
like you
don't
guys
feel too bad because
it's gonna be a regular thing now.
Coach,
I'm still
you're gonna once you start getting into this, you could probably bang out the whole first season this weekend. And once you start running downhill with it, it was the point where we would watch it, and this was back in 2015. So we got on kind of halfway, like probably season 4 or 5. I think we started in season 4. And so we watched all 3 seasons, and then it was like it's like someone just stopping the treadmill because we're watching like 3 episodes a night, and then we finally caught it like mid-season, and so we got done. I'm like, wait, I've got to wait a whole week now to watch the next one.
Yeah.
But while we were watching it, I mean, I would think I was in grad school or maybe just finished up. Yeah, it was just finishing up. That's why we didn't start it before, because it was just such a time commitment. I'm working, and my damn wife, I would watch it, and then we'd stop. And I caught her one time because we were watching the next. And she's like, and she twitched her foot. I was like, what? I looked over and she's like, I may have watched it today earlier. I'm like, hold on. So I'm at work and we watch these together and you're watching these without.
Betrayal.
She's like, it was though. She's like, they're so good. I just had to see what happened. I'm like, you put the kids down for a nap and you're claiming how tired you are and all this. You couldn't get things done, but you found 45, 48 minutes to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So, Bob, you said you've got a spreadsheet of all the houses.
Of all like the different houses and the relationships.
Okay.
You need to watch the map at the very beginning because that will start to set you up.
Okay, don't skip the intro then.
No, because it tells you where you're going to be, and that will like prime your mind for the locations.
Okay.
And then the people that are going to be in each one. Yes, sir.
Can you email that to my wife as well?
Yeah, if you guys watched, she watched it all.
She's watched. I think she's watched it all once. Yeah.
Okay, well then, because for Bodie, I will scale it back because there's reveals of people that are related and people that die that I have in there. That if you've seen them all, it'll help you, or if you're like deep into it, it'll help you. But early on, like I was building it as we went because Matt Hayes told me, he's like, this is really hard to keep track of everything because I wrote stuff down. So I created this interactive tabs that have them all connected.
All right.
Back and forth. It has the sigil because they just talk about the wolf and the lion and this, like, you don't know what any of these things mean. The different places, like Castle Rock, Casterly Rock, and, the heck is it called? I can't even think of the point. King's Landing, like all the different cities, and they're part of each kingdom. And then they talk about the sigil and the family that's attached to it. So like there's like 4 levels deep because they'll just refer to them sometimes by the sigil, and you're like, who again was this? Like, what's the Veil of Aaron? Like, there's a lot there, but you're gonna like it.
And this was all from the books that George R. Martin
he still hasn't
wrote,
even finished the
which,
last.
like, isn't that incredible? Just to like think that somebody could come up with.
That's how like Lord of the Rings and all this stuff is. Like,
I mean, it just like
it's like its
the creativity
own
of
universe.
It is,
Yes.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Well, some of these guys, they built their own language in there. Like Dwight speaking Dothraki, which you'll then get.
Or Wedding Crashers, right?
Yes. It's 100%. Like you'll get into this. You're like, oh my gosh, like this guy, I mean, he went deep. Like this wasn't just a superficial thing.
I can't believe we went 10 minutes on Game of Thrones. That's fantastic.
I could do a whole week of Game of Thrones.
I know you could, Bob.
Especially now with Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and then there's like a reveal of who one of the people is in there. And like, oh my gosh, that's that guy's dad. This ends up being this guy. Like, and all these different things that are all interconnected because
I'm excited.
Build out this whole web. The thing that you'll love and hate about it is it's the only show. And Bo will testify. Anybody that's watched it, number one, I put the subtitles on because it gets quiet sometimes. And it's hard to.
I don't watch anything with subtitles anymore. I feel like I can't. I just miss too much.
Yeah, like you have to be able to read because sometimes their damn accents are so thick I can't understand them.
Yeah.
But also, it's the only show that you'll have to watch where you cannot be doing anything else because there's little subtle things that'll happen that you need to know where everyone is at all times and what's going on. So I enjoyed that. Because I go, there's too many things out there that I can just be half in on. I'm like, give me something with some depth, like some meat to it, to where I'm like, I have to think about this as I'm watching it. I loved it because Peyton Pierce was texting me. I think he's done with it now, but he's like, oh my gosh, this is. I told him like, oh, you just wait. You think that's bad? There is a better villain on the horizon. And then he's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yes. And so it's fun. Like I enjoy watching other people get to experience it for the first time. I've watched it all. I've watched the first 4 seasons probably 7 times, and like I've watched in totality the whole thing at least twice. But I would rewatch it every year before it started to kind of get back.
Yeah,
because they just can't be like in the previous season.
Yes.
And give you a 2-minute thing. There's way too. They'd have to do a whole show to even get you halfway there.
Yeah,
I can't wait for sales to come down. Say, hey, we sold a watch party. Oh, what national championship? Nope. Watch party with Bobby and Bodie with the Game of Thrones episode.
I can't wait till the new House of the Dragon comes out. I'm excited.
So
they're making a Game of Thrones movie. I think that they got greenlit. That's actually post like the Game of Thrones, as you will see. So yeah,
this is where I miss Sharks. We can just talk about old baseball and leave you out of it, Bobby. The Bears traded DJ Moore to the Bills. The
you happy for that? You excited? You think that is good for? Good for Josh Allen.
I think it's good for Josh Allen.
I mean, it's better than what he had.
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty clearly, too. I know DJ Moore isn't. I wouldn't call him one of the best 5 receivers in the league, but he's clearly Buffalo's best receiver now.
Yes. Buffalo's best receiver now, yes. The Bills sent a 2nd-round pick this year to the Bears, and they get more in a 5th-round pick back.
I think that's a pretty good comp.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I think if you're Chicago, like, all right, we got better. We need to keep getting younger for our quarterback. We had some We had some veteran. We had brought in a veteran to kind of stabilize the room. Now we've got the younger guys roam and let those dudes take over.
Luther Burden, I feel like he had a pretty strong
Luther Burden, that's what I'm
year.
saying. You got Roma Dunze and Luther. Let those guys kind of take over. And if you're Buffalo, like, hey, we need a veteran guy. Like, we need to get going and get cooking right now. So they'll probably draft somebody too. But for a second round pick, when they say the Eagles want at least a 1 for A.J. Brown, like, I would say that's a pretty solid comp then.
Do you know what Moore's contract is? His cap hit for 2026?
I know the Bills they've shed a lot of salary, so they had some room to work with. What is he making, like $20 million or something?
28.5.
Sounds good. Good for him.
I think that's pretty good for him, yeah.
Also in the NFL, Kyler Murray got invited by a team to attend, and it was the Oakland A's. I'm sorry, not the Oakland A's, the A's, the Sacramento A's, the Las Vegas A's.
The Vegas A's.
Yes, whatever they are. Kyler Murray
Sacramento A's of Las Vegas.
was drafted back in 2019. And
she's been in the league that long.
Well, I didn't tell you, by the A's.
Oh, by the A's.
Yeah.
I was going to say that scene.
He was in the NFL. He was the first pick in the 2019 NFL
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
draft
he was.
as well.
Yeah. He was the 9th overall pick by the A's. And in 2018, Kyler hit 296 with 10 home runs and 47 RBIs in 51 games. Billy Bean, then their vice president of baseball operations, called Murray one of the most dynamic athletes that we've selected since I've been here.
What's he do, Pete?
Yeah. Gets on base.
Gets on base.
Right. So I don't think Kyler's made like $170 million so far. So I don't know if he'll go and give baseball a try or not. I mean,
he's going to go play this year because he's got $41 million coming to him, or $38 million, or whatever the heck it is.
I think it's 36.5. Yeah.
And there's offset language to whatever he gets paid. Now, I don't think that counts for baseball, but you would have to believe, and he would have to believe, that he is done as a football player to go try that.
Yeah.
Try baseball at this point.
Well, and that's the thing. It's
and
like,
by the way, he hasn't done it for a while. What did he play?
He was he was a second baseman, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, Coach, that ain't easy to do. Like, I feel like you could probably hop in the outfield. He's been running and doing stuff. I mean, turning double plays and like sitting there with guys hitting heaters back at you. If you haven't been practicing that, trying to hop back into it when you haven't done it in probably 5 years.
At least 5 years, maybe.
Now, he might be like Sandler in Happy Gilmore and go to the cages in the offseason.
Could do that.
Get warmed back up.
Get toughened up, for
the thing with Murray too is like he could still start for somebody this year.
Oh.
Now, could he be somebody that like starts this year and realizes he don't have it anymore and be out of the league in a year or two? I could see that. But like oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry. Anthony Edwards, his finger was just like going sideways. They just showed on SportsCenter. Then he just dunked on somebody, so good for him. Kyler Murray, though, he's been disappointing for a number 1 overall pick.
Right.
But not like a total bust. Like he had good seasons in Arizona. And I saw, and I think Abrier even said this yesterday too, if I'm not mistaken, like Minnesota could be an option for him. Like he could go there and start.
Hell, if Rodgers doesn't come back, Pittsburgh could be an option.
Yeah.
And
he'll be fine.
I don't know if he would really.
I don't know if he'd succeed in Pittsburgh and that weather in that division.
Weather, the field.
That,
I was talking to Ian and Amber about that. I'm like, you putting him in that mud pit in December, the way he plays, I don't know if that's really conducive to him dancing around on the field like that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really seem to embody the Pittsburgh type of Steel City culture.
Video games.
Yeah. Well, they said his video game his PS ranking is through the roof.
It's Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
What's the new
COD.
Call of Duty?
So with when you compare him to Tua, as far as like which one do you think has a better chance of bouncing back?
As far as a traditional quarterback,
right,
is going to be easier to fit into your system. Kyler, I think, has a higher upside.
That's
but
what
you
I
have
think
to
too,
build your offense around him and tailor it to him because he's a dancing little sprite. He's 5'10".
Yeah.
He's got a stronger arm than Tua.
I just wonder, like, if the Tua thing.
Tua's probably going to cost you more because they're not going to trade for him. They're going to cut him.
Yeah.
And so he'll want, or maybe they will trade. They said, like, there was some stuff going on about how the cap hit they'll have to take or whatever. I feel like the fact that you're going to be able to get Kyler on offset for a league minimum is worth probably a flyer. Like, if you're Minnesota, it's worth a flyer. Now, if I'm Minnesota, I could get Aaron Rodgers. I'd take him over Kyler.
Sure,
People say you're crazy. I'm like, on a 1 year,
with that,
I'm
with
just not a
O'Connell,
huge. I'm just not a huge believer in Kyler Murray as like a long-term answer. in any given play on any given Sunday, I think you could be the best player on the field. But I also think that, like, consistency-wise, are we betting the fact that he was the problem in Arizona or that Arizona just is a problem in general? Like, that's what we're trying to figure out.
When I look at, like, with Tua's thing, I can attribute his decline, if you will, to the injuries, the concussions. You know, like, I think that has a lot to do with it.
You think he can't remember things anymore?
Well, Darren Waller said when Darren Waller played Miami this year, and he came out and said that in practice.
Darren Waller used to be a drug addict.
I know. Crack.
There you go.
He fixed it. No, but like
got off the heroin.
He came out and said that Tua looks fantastic in practice.
Yeah.
And then in the games when he gets in there, it's a different guy. And he wonders if it's a PTSD thing.
Afraid to get hit.
Right. And so that's why
PTSD, just don't like getting hit.
That's fair. But
he's been knocked stiff a couple times.
I don't like getting hit either, by the way. But so I should watch my mouth, I guess. But anyway, so Tua, though.
That's what Heather told me.
I know. It's not going to Heather too. Or maybe Heather one. Hell, I don't know. Tua, though, to me, it seems like
you have to wear sunglasses in here tomorrow. I'll know why.
Yes, 'cause I mouthed off. Where was like, Tua saying I can attribute to the concussion thing. And I can say, you know what, maybe that's why. Kyler, I don't know how much I can blame him for Arizona because I don't think their offensive line was all that great. And,
no, they had some severe offensive line issues.
And that's why I look at, like, you know, I'd have more faith. I'd much rather have Kyler as a quarterback on my team than Tua. I'd have much more faith in that if that were the case. Just because I don't think
either one of them. I think you're splitting hairs. Yeah.
I don't think either one of them are great leaders, though. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if you want either one of those guys as your long-term solution.
And I know nobody would have predicted this 2 years ago, but, like, I would be floored if either guy became, like, the next Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I don't
like I said, I know saying that when Baker left Cleveland or Darnold out of the Jets, nobody would have predicted that either, but I just don't know if either one of those guys will ever be. I mean, they could start. They'll be a fine starter, but it kind of feels like a guy that you bring in and he starts for half the season, and then everybody starts clamoring for maybe it's the rookie you drafted or if you have a decent backup. Yeah. Like, I could see Kyler going to Minnesota, and by Halloween, everybody's like, yeah, can we throw JJ back out there? Even though we kind of know he's not great either.
But I know we're up against it, Bob. I want to get to this real quick, though. A California college basketball coach at California State University, an assistant coach of theirs was found out he's being charged with working as a pimp across 4 states. Other lawsuits.
I mean, that's a federal crime.
That's federal, baby.
Other lawsuits, internal investigations, dismissals, and finger pointing have only made it bigger.
So
they also
did he
said
get fired?
He got, yes, he's gone.
I don't know if they were going to have to look into that a little bit
He's
more.
also charged with, so he's charged with 11 criminal misdemeanor charges, including
So these
felonies.
are federal counts then,
Yeah,
too.
it says.
The feds don't usually swing and miss, so this might be a bad situation for him.
He was charged with pimping, possession of automatic
Is
firearms.
that what it says, like pimping? Like, that's the
It does say
actual
pimping, yeah.
There's not like a more technical term that they used in there.
You know, Big Daddy Kane used to say.
What did he say?
Pimping ain't easy. Automatic firearms and high-capacity magazines and possession of meth and marijuana with intent to sell. Also possession
not a drug.
of more than 600 images of
Hold on.
youth or child pornography.
Okay, this is bad. That's okay.
Now,
that's tough to come back from.
How does Cal State defend hiring that guy? No, I'm saying like, you know, like
maybe he was fine when he got there and he just evolved into that guy. Maybe his defense is the Cal State turned me into this.
Maybe he's Kyler Murray and Cal State is the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's great.
Yeah, he played there from 2014 to 2016.
Oh, so he's an alum.
Yeah, he's an alum. Yeah.
It's good. Doing his alma mater proud. Do you think they'll put that on their recruiting literature? You know, when you come in,
right?
They're entrepreneur. I wonder if they have like an entrepreneurial major, like, you know.
What if they retire his jersey and instead of putting the years he played and whatnot, just put all of his federal
the university
crimes?
Received an email, and it's all caps. He is trafficking a girl by the name of, and they didn't put the name in, obviously. He has been trafficking this girl since May. The email added listing Las Vegas, Oregon, Washington, California as the alleged operating area.
I mean, that is, what's he doing? Just the places that he goes and plays? Like, goes and checks in, like on the company dime? I mean,
those are some pretty horrific crimes, I would say.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
I would call that almost a Mount Rushmore of crimes right there.
I mean, the only thing he doesn't really have in there is some
killing
type of
somebody.
murder. Yeah.
as far as we know.
Which, exactly. If you have all those other things there's a good chance.
Yeah, you're capable of.
You've tried
doing
it,
some
maybe
stuff.
done it. I don't know.
So, yeah, that I just Bob, when I see something
that
like
happened.
that, though, I wonder. I just, yeah, you're right. He could have morphed into that after he got there, but I got to believe there were things in his past that may have caused red flags. Like, I got to believe you should be able to uncover that.
Everybody says that. And it was the Jay Leno bit about the guy who gets arrested when they always go back to they go back to his neighborhood that we played earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's a quiet guy.
Quiet guy, kind of a loner. Seemed like a nice guy. I mean, I don't know. Like that. I played with guys who have done some things that I was like, man. Like, I don't know if you remember, there's a guy by the name of Sam Hurd. We can bring this up with AJ. So he left Dallas. He was he's from San Antonio.
H-U-R-D,
Or no, he was,
right?
Hurt. Yes. He was, his wife was from San Antonio. Maybe he was from Dallas. He played at Northern Illinois, was an undrafted free agent wide receiver, and they were like trying to make him our third receiver and was playing really well. He got hurt, unfortunately. And so Chicago signed him, like they signed him as a restricted free agent and gave him like a 3-year, $9 million deal, which was a really good, to make him like their third, fourth receiver, like captain of special teams, like great guy.
Yeah.
Love Sam. His wife was a school teacher. I went and spoke with him at his wife's school. His wife, Stacy, gorgeous girl. Awesome, very nice family. He used to be reading his Bible, him and Marion, R.I.P., Barber. Read their Bibles, like good guys, apparently. And then I read this story circa 2010, 11. I'm with the Lions, and I see ESPN breaking that Sam Hurd has been arrested by federal officers for basically trying to become, like, there's a song, you know who Rick Ross is?
Oh, yeah.
Big
White
Meech,
on
Larry
white.
Hoover. Yeah, that's basically Big Meech, Larry Hoover. He was trying to become Big Meech, this multi-state. He wanted to become Georgie boy out of blow. Like, it was crazy. He walked into a Ruth Chris restaurant after practice with a kilo of Coke in a shopping bag and was sold it to a federal officer and told him, he's like, I can get it going. I'll be able to move it more. I can move it on our team planes and stuff. They had it all recorded. And I'm like, this guy,
This is America,
people
isn't it?
looked at me and I'm like, buddy, I went with Sam. We rode together and went and spoke to the third, fourth graders. His wife was an elementary school teacher. I'm like,
we could sell it to the kids.
I mean, it was unbelievable. And since then, I go, nothing will surprise me anymore. Nothing will surprise me.
That's great.
I'll transition to that. Coming up next, we'll tell you what's got us juiced. Morning Juice.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part? Knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Mike's off there, right, Boats?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Hopefully. I don't
Yesterday
know.
they were.
I was
Yesterday.
talking to Your Highness and a talkback, and people were saying they could hear me. But
You
as
talk
always, Ben walked down here after the show. He's like, yeah, I knew exactly what was wrong.
Oh, good.
Like, God bless you, Steve Rogers.
If you get Your Highness on uncensored,
that was
unknown that's going out there.
That's probably-
that's flying pretty close to the sun right there.
It really is. Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town? The opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, talk to Cal State. Riverside Bank of Dublin, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road, Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Something seemed different about that read. I don't know what it was. I can't put my finger. I'll go back and listen to it after the show. Let's do What's Got You Juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. For all your roofing, gutter, or siding needs, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Bob, do you have an emotional one today or just a regular one?
I don't know what that means, an emotional one. Did I give you sounded poll for this, Bodie, or is there anything that I... No. Okay,
You did
that was
not, no.
yesterday. I was, have you seen your boy Lou Holtz's paper trick?
Oh, yeah. A few times, yeah.
That's got me juiced. I've watched
Don't understand
that.
it.
I watched that old man, and I'm like, you're telling me that some 80-year-old man has a better sleight of hand than I have eyes? I've watched this thing 20 times, trying to figure out how he's doing that when he's sliding the paper around, pretending to tear it up, but not actually tearing it up, and I can't figure it out. I sat there and someone else watched it, like, there's no way this old guy's hands are quicker than mine. Like,
one of the more recent and maybe one of the last ones he unfortunately did, I think, was at Notre Dame. And at one point he went to like tear the newspaper and he couldn't tear it anymore. It's like, when I was younger, I could do this a couple more times. He had to stop, but he still pulled off the trick.
Still snaps that thing on. You're like, Lou Holtz, national champion / magician. You're like Michael Scott. Like, there's nothing you really can't do. When I saw that, I was like, I've seen some coaches do some training, because they get up in front of the team and do some things. But I'm watching it, I was like, man, how have I not seen this until now? And now there's 48 different versions of it. And I'm watching them all trying to figure out how the heck he's doing this.
Yeah.
It had me juiced in a big way. It was great talking to you guys about it. I got to talk to Steele and Bill Bender about it on my show, YouTube show yesterday with Steele. And it was interesting because Steele, he's 24, I think. And I go, what do you remember about him? He goes, really just the Notre Dame thing with Ryan Day. And I go, no. And I go, that stinks, because most Ohio people, like, until that time, most Ohio State people, he was very endeared. He would defend Ohio State all the time and punk Mark May about it all the time. And I mean, he coached here under Woody in '68. He was on the national championship squad. He grew up in Ohio. He went to Kent State. And I said, like, outside of Notre Dame, I think Ohio State was the team that he generally defended the strongest and was always the most passionate about. And the fact that they don't play each other all that much. And then, that stuff all got a little sideways with Ryan and everything that ultimately happened. But just seeing all the stuff with him and knowing the impact he made on people's lives. And Mike Greenberg shared an awesome story about him. And like, that's just the type of guy that I don't know if you have coaches. I think there still are coaches like that, but not as many, that they're always coaching. And whether or not they're 80 years old and don't even have a team, when they meet somebody and they're with another human being that they think that they can help in life, like they don't pass up an opportunity to give you some sage wisdom and advice. And God bless him for that. The story that Greenberg told about it, about being a great husband to his wife, and your kids see that, love their mother, and all that thing. Like, it was awesome to see, and to know that, like, someone else was telling me a story about. I was hearing another story about that, about how he started. Oh, was it It was McAfee was talking about it, and now he's texting me. He's like, "Why are you trying to coach me?" He's like, "I just met." This was like 3 years ago. It was during the Ohio State Notre Dame situation. Because they had him on the show with fake Lou Holtz and real Lou Holtz. Because this guy's like texting me like inspirational stuff and different things. He's like, "This guy's coaching me." He's like, he's 85 years old at the time.
And it's sad too, because I think, as far as anything I had ever like read and heard, it was really his body, unfortunately, that failed him.
Oh,
his mind was still sharp as a tack.
100%. You could hear it when he spoke. Like, he was still doing podcasts and like coming on interviews and everything. I mean, hell, I know people in their 50s that can't operate some of this technology stuff. And maybe someone set it up for him, but he got on there. He was still cognitively aware, telling great stories, talking about his time and coaching and all this different stuff. And so it's sad to see him go, but it's awesome when they pass, that you get to talk about all the great things and eulogize them in a way that does them respect. And hopefully there'll be other coaches out there that pick that up and keep investing in people. Bill said he reminded me a lot of like what Jim Tressel did at Ohio State, coming in and the impact he had and like course correcting. And I would say like Lou Holtz was, he kind of, to me, until Marcus kind of got there, was the last Notre Dame coach. Because I would always ask my dad, who does Notre Dame recruit? Like, what that? My dad used to say, any Catholic kid in the country. And like Lou Holtz was the last time where, hey, you grew up going to a school that had a saint or an arch in the name, like, and you were a good football player, you were going to Notre Dame. And I feel like after Lou left, that wasn't quite as strong. Like, that tie really wasn't as big. And maybe that's because they had some coaches, although, like, I mean, I know that Brian Kelly, said he was Irish Catholic and all that. I don't know if he really embodied like and embraced everything that Notre Dame was about to the degree that Lou did. I know that we're in a different time and a different era, but it was just awesome to see. And I mean, it was such a big deal. And like, I think he was trying to hang on for that national championship. Marcus couldn't get him quite there. He got him close. But when I was, when I got offered from Notre Dame, and like they would send you the official letter on the letterhead, like my grandfather was one of 14 kids, like big Catholic family, didn't have anything growing up. And like Notre Dame, he's like, he loved Notre Dame football. And I didn't ever heard this story, because then he'd go watch my dad and everything. My dad goes, oh no, he was a big Notre Dame fan. And when he asked if I was going to go there, and I was like, probably not. I like it, but that was like in the middle of Coach-a-mageddon for them, like with everything that was going. He goes, well, hey, do you mind if I frame that and we'll give that to your grandfather for, I don't know, his birthday, whatever. Just randomly we went over there and they hung it on the wall, and like that thing hung on the wall at my grandfather's house until he passed away. And that's how much that meant to him. And I feel like Lou really embodied that probably as much or more than any coach that they've had. So that's got me juiced, getting a chance to talk about it. And it's the weekend, last weekend before spring ball, so we'll have some actual football to talk about next week. Bodie, what's got Schlegs juiced?
If I had a burnt tongue, how would I be able to, taste this beautiful, delicious monster that's orange today? So good.
So good. This was the tweet from Greeny a couple days, probably yesterday or whatever here. This story is now more than 25 years old, and I have told it more times than I can count, but it hits very differently today. I was anchoring SportsCenter one afternoon, and Lou Holtz was on the show. I was quite excited to talk with him. He had been an icon all of my life. He was very friendly, asking me all about myself as we walked toward the studio to record an interview.
Listen, Greeny, what's going on with you?
I told him, actually, Coach, it's quite exciting. My wife and I are expecting our first child, and the next few weeks. He stopped me dead in his tracks, put a finger up near my face, and I'll never forget what he said. Young man, the most important thing you can do for a child is make sure every day they know how much you love their mother. And just like that, he started walking towards the studio again. Our daughter was born a month later. Our son came 2 years after that, and I have thought about what Lou Holtz said to me that day about 1,000,000 times since. Rest in peace, Coach, and thanks for the best advice anyone ever gave.
When he described that, him pointing his finger like,
you can see him doing it too.
Probably right in the chest, like
yes,
getting like serious with you,
and
which
then
is
probably
awesome.
snap right back into like, okay, let's keep rolling here. So Tito, we're up against it, but very juiced about a potential return of Jason Tatum tonight. Pretty
That'll
fired
be
up
huge.
about that.
Yes.
So that's all I got for
Go to bed is questionable, wake up is probable.
Yes.
You know, Bob, you did it again. I asked you beforehand if you're going to do an emotional
Well,
one.
I didn't have anything in there, and then we kind of meandered into that.
I just feel like we have to have better communication between you and I. Maybe a counselor, like I don't want to say marriage counselor, maybe a couples counselor sessions is in order for us.
Yeah, I just talked about this during the break. You guys haven't seen 22 Jump Street, but there's a great scene in there where, I don't know if I can really say it on the air, but I'll tell you guys off the air.
All right.
So watch that movie when you can.
Coming up next, AJ Hawk, Morning Juice.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them. Safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together. All of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund. Because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Tito invited the new Russian family who moved in down the street to watch Rocky IV. It did not go well.
I must break you.
This is Morning Juice.
Oh, folks, best way to end a week.
A man with many career achievements. Leading tackler in Centerville football history. Leading tackler in Green Bay Packers history. Still afraid of Larry Knopfsinger. And the crowning achievement, the third member of the Island Boys, A.J. Hawk.
He is AJ Hawk joining us here. Good morning, AJ. We've got an Ask AJ right off the jump here. Ask AJ if he loses his left foot in a tragic lumberjacking accident. Will he use his prosthetic left foot to drive? That's from Jeff Rimmer's middle half.
I guess I haven't thought about that one, but yeah, for sure. I would hopefully, with technology now, I could get a decent, fake prosthetic left foot, and it would still work as good as the one I have now. So yeah, hopefully we don't get to that, but yeah, I would still use a prosthetic to hit the brakes.
So, Age, I don't know if you saw this story about the Cal State basketball coach having like a multi-state pimp ring, I guess,
pimping. He was a pimp, yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen that yet?
I just saw like the headline. I didn't actually look into it much, but I did see the headline.
Oh yeah, I mean they're talking about drugs involved. I mean there was a lot of stuff there, and I said the last time I was this shocked with something like in sports with as far as that was when. Do you remember Sam Hurd for the Chicago Bears when he was arrested for selling cocaine, like bringing it?
Oh yeah, he was a big time. He was pretty high up in the drug game. Is he still in jail or did he get out?
It's a great question. I'm gonna have to look that up right now. But he had walked in. The FBI, the federal agent, literally had him on voice recording talking about meeting him at Ruth Chris after practice when he got done. And they said that when they arrested him, he had walked in with like a grocery bag or a shopping bag that had a kilo of coke in it sitting beside them at the table. And I go, this is the closest thing that I could remember to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty ballsy when you think about it. I guess you're not really worried about consequences when you're doing stuff like that. But yeah, I remember the Sam Hurd situation, like, he seemed like such a quiet, low-key guy, and he turned himself into a pretty large drug dealer, it sounded like, during his time in the NFL. But yeah, as far as the coach, like, I did see, like, it's multiple states, like, he's an entrepreneur, right? So he's just taking a cut from a bunch of different people, I guess. Is he going to face any jail time? What do we know about him?
Well, if it's multi-state, it's a federal offense. And also, Thitoff did the research. He's actually an alum of Cal State, so I don't know if he was like championing this with their entrepreneurship program or what. Because I'm with you, like there's a lot leaning into this.
I mean, as long as he funnels some of those proceeds into their NIL situation, he probably would have been okay.
Fair question. That's a fair thought. Yep. Also, by the way, Hurd was released on February 23rd, 2023.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out now. So, if you need a hookup, Sam Hurd. We got another one of these.
If you come to a fork in the road, ask AJ, he'll help you know. Helmet shining, number 47 bold, he'll point you right where you should go. Just ask AJ.
All right, AJ wants, let's see which one it is here, wants to know what's the best part about working with Pat McAfee?
Oh, man. That's a good question. I mean, all of it's pretty sweet. It's definitely unique, fun show to be on and to be able to go back and forth with Pat all the time. It's awesome. Honestly, I guess you never really know where it's going to go. That's my favorite part. I'm not a big like scripted, hey, we're going to block all these segments out or whatever, and Pat's very similar, so that's what I like. It can go anywhere and at any time, so it's fun. It's always fun though, for sure.
It really sounds like a Saturday night in the Hawk bedroom, you know. You want to get off the get off the script, AJ. You've never been a big first 15 guy. You like to really just kind of see where the wind blows you, literally. With this, I saw Hurd. This is unbelievable. I love
H-E-A-R-D, not H-U-R-D, right?
H-U-R-D. Sam Hurd told an undercover agent that he wanted 5 to 10 kilos of cocaine and 1,000 pounds of marijuana per week to distribute in the Chicago area. Claimed he was already distributing 4 kilos a week, according to the complaint. So that's about 2.5 pounds. When the judge sentenced him, he told him, he said, you didn't just start nickeling diming it. You went big from the jump, which, I mean, isn't that kind of what everybody wants to do? Go big or go home?
Yeah, if you're going to do something, you got to do it with all your effort. You got to go 100%. So I guess it's hard to blame him, even though, it might have been some illegal activity, but at least he didn't just dip his toe in the water. He jumped all the way in and was trying to be the best.
Hey, go ahead, Bob.
Well, another Ask AJ on here. Have you had a flat tire yet in 2026?
I have not. I have. I used some Fix-A-Flat maybe 6 months ago. I had a slow leak going on this thing that kept going. So I got some Fix-A-Flat in my back right tire, but that's always a staple with any car that I have.
That's funny. That's what my doctor says every time I go in. I've got a slow leak.
Did you get it patched or did you just fix a flat and now it's good?
I've patched tires before. I got a great tire patching kit that I've been using for years, but I didn't have to patch this one. Yeah, I'll you take and put those patches in. I've done that plenty of times. Chopper, my father-in-law, got me on that years ago. But no, I just put the fix a flat and then put some more air in that thing, and it's good for another 3-4 years.
AJ, the last 4 numbers in my cell phone spell out the word bong. Should I try to find a drug dealer to buy it for marketing purposes?
I mean, yeah, why not? There might be some money in that. So, yeah, it's one of those things I never really thought about, but why not? You can capitalize on anything these days, and I think you might have a hidden gem there. You can make some money.
So what type of youth sports do we have lined up this weekend? We got some hoops tournaments, so we got lacrosse rolling along. Where are we at right now?
We're lucky. We're kind of like a weird kind of in between. We got lacrosse, we got AAU basketball going. I was at the 7-on-7 tournament in Louisville all last weekend. But this weekend we're in town, just some normal basketball stuff and a little bit of like preliminary lacrosse things. Because then after, coming up here in a couple of weeks, we're, I'll be in one state, my wife will be in the other. We'll be taking different kids around all spring and summer to different tournaments. We're trying to figure out how we're actually going to make it all work currently. So yeah, we're about to start that, but it's an awesome time. Like the weather, it's supposed to be 72 or something today. It's going to be awesome. Like we're looking at spring is almost here. I can't wait.
Is your family the type that will take the whole family on spring break if you go somewhere, regardless of what you're missing tournament-wise or practice-wise, or do you stick around if there's important games or things going on?
As of right now, the last couple of years and this year, we're all going on spring break. But I think I wouldn't be scared to take them out of it. We're fine. Like, my kids are getting older. There's not a whole lot of situations where we can get all 4 kids together somewhere. So the fact that we can, we're going to take advantage of that. And I'm not too worried about missing a whole lot. We got plenty of practices and trainings and everything going on that I don't really care too much if they miss a little bit.
So you're going to be around this weekend, you said, correct?
Yeah.
All right, because we've got a tournament up at Dublin Scioto. I need to swap out the hat that I gave you with the hat and shirt for Nick that was a medium and a small hat because I actually have stuff that fits you, and it's been sitting on my desk. So if you're going to be around, I'm going to swap that out because, yes, you need to get stuff that fits you. So, all right, well, I'll text you on that. I just want to make sure you're going to be around, Age. Where are you guys going for spring break as well?
We're going down to like the Virgin Islands somewhere. One of the islands down there, not the one you're probably thinking of, Bob, but one of them.
Little St. James.
There. Yeah, I know. They talked about it, but they said you already booked the whole island. You rented the whole place, so we'll be somewhere, hopefully within like 100 miles of you.
We are staying. We're going to St. Thomas. We are staying on the side. Okay. Little St. James is like 5 miles away. We're going to go snorkeling over there. They said it's the best snorkeling.
When is your spring break? When are you going?
Ours is in 2 weeks. We're the same as Ohio State this year.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll be sweet. You are a great swimmer, so yeah, you could swim the 5 miles yourself and get over there.
Oh, we've got a boat chartered up to get there. They said people hop off and run on the island. I guess somebody just bought it, which was kind of tragic, AJ, because you always promised me that we were going to buy that thing together, and it was already all set up for all the things.
Like Shawshank?
Yeah.
AJ,
I assumed you knew it. You knew the guy that bought it. I assumed you already knew the guy who bought that one.
Little Italy, who got married because you gave him advice that worked and is still married as far as I know. Ask AJ, favorite or any spring break memories, favorite location that he can share on the radio.
So when I was growing up, we didn't really do the spring break thing. It was usually baseball season. We couldn't get out of it. But we did go the one time, I think through one of my dad's work trips, we went to the Bahamas, maybe in like 7th or 8th grade, and it was an all-inclusive deal. You got the wristband, and it was all you could eat or drink. And I'd never our brain couldn't even comprehend that. So I just remember being like a middle schooler with my brothers and drinking 400 Pepsis a day and ordering like 7 meals at every time we sat down. So that was still like the most mind-blowing situation I've been a part of, that we could order everything that we wanted. And it was, one of those memories I still remember. Of course, obviously, that had a big impact on me.
I love it, man. The all you can eat, dude. So, I mean, are we on the the bulking now for Hendricks. I mean, we taking him to all you can eat. I mean, we're going to be in 8th grade here in about 6 months. I mean, we got to get bulked up and ready to go.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to get, be in bulking season for all my kids. I joke with them and tell them all the time that I'm in bulking season all the time. Like that's where I'm at. But yeah, we're trying. I tell them. I try to explain to them, like, hey, like, you're at a young age. You're at such a great age where you can put on 25 pounds of muscle every single year by just drinking a little bit of whole milk and lifting some weights. So yeah, we're currently in the process of that.
Attaboy. That's strong. AJ, we appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much. Safe travels. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. So I guess that means, Bobby, that when you're off, and I've got a fill in here, AJ won't be available either.
I think their spring break's a different time than ours.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We have a pretty early one this year because it's the same time as Ohio State's, which actually works out
great for you.
Works out really well. So yeah, instead of having to juggle stuff, so it'll be good.
When is something gonna go wrong for you? Everything goes right for you.
Oh,
Coach. It all lines up. You got your kids playing in the same place now.
No.
You got the spring break, the same thing.
I'm constantly putting out fires. I've tried to tell my wife. She gets mad. I go, I've tried to bend the world to my will, and I can get it done sometimes, but not as often as I would like. There's a lot of fires that I got to put out. Sometimes I burn myself putting them out.
You're off the week. It's 14/20. Okay, yeah. And AJ will find out his schedule as well, so we can keep going on. I love the Ask AJ stuff. I think the listeners get into it too. We get some great questions.
The flat tire this year question was a good one.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he just puts Fix-A-Flat in it, and then
it's good.
And it's good for another 4 years. Get out of here. And then he also has his own tire patch kit. I cannot wait. I'm going over there. I'm going to see this thing. Because it's not like you put it on the outside. You have to take tire off, take the rim out. I mean, his father-in-law
It's a big deal.
By the way, then you're also relying on yourself to fix that. AJ will drive fairly fast on the highway.
Yeah.
And so you're relying on your patch job to hold up when you turn and change lanes. That thing just blows out when you're driving 70, 80 miles an hour on the highway.
Are they the models fix it and forget it? Is that their motto? Is that something else I'm thinking of?
Maybe.
I don't know.
That's AJ.
Sure.
That's AJ's motto.
Hey, honestly, I'm starting to think AJ's got some kind of deal with them.
I assure you
might.
that he doesn't. People are say they need to tweet at Fix-A-Flat, and he could be their spokesman.
He could.
Why pay for a new tire when you can just get a Fix-A-Flat?
But don't show him driving where his feet are, because you don't have a 2-footed driver.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that might be part of the novelty of it.
Anyway,
I would love to see him brake with a stump. Like, since if you lost your foot, would you be able to do it? I think it's a prosthetic. I mean.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone for tuning in this week. The Juicers, you guys brought it strong today. We appreciate that. Thank you to AJ Hawk for joining us as he does each and every week. Bobby, have a great weekend. We might bump into each other.
Let's hope so.
Wow, that sounded positive. You hear that, Bodie? That was nice.
I might show up too.
There you go, Bodie.
Who's your kid?
Bodie, Bodie, have a great weekend. We're back.